My beloved, don't move. Don't scroll. The moment you hear these words, something unseen begins to shift. You may not realize it yet, but what is about to unfold is bigger than any ordinary moment in your life. It is the start of a revelation, a moment that has been silently waiting for you, orchestrated by forces you cannot yet name. For years, someone in your life has worn a mask that hid their intentions, their fears, and their true character. They smiled, they nodded, they appeared trustworthy. But beneath it all, a truth was being buried, carefully, meticulously, hoping you would never uncover it. And yet, here you are. Your presence, your words, your attention, these have already begun to unravel what they thought would stay hidden forever. Can you feel it? That slight tremor in the air around you, the subtle shift in energy? That is the mask starting to loosen. That is destiny whispering, the time has come. What you're about to witness is not coincidence. It is a sacred unveiling. Every glance, every word, every choice you make in the next moments carries the power to expose what has been concealed for too long. They never expected this. They never imagined that one sentence, one observation, one truth from your lips could shake the foundation of the illusion they built. And yet, it is already happening. Even before you speak, your presence, your awareness, is like a magnifying glass, focusing light onto corners they thought would remain dark. My beloved, don't underestimate what you carry. The words you speak are more than just sound. They carry weight, resonance, and the force of destiny itself. When you finally say what needs to be said, when you allow your clarity to rise above hesitation, it will cut through the disguise, piercing the carefully constructed facade. This is your moment of awakening, but also there's the mask they wore for years was a shield, a way to control, manipulate, and hide from accountability. But shields cannot withstand the truth when it is delivered with precision, courage, and authenticity. And that truth, your truth, has already begun its work. So stay present. Feel the tension in your chest, the quickening of your pulse. That is the energy of revelation approaching. Your gaze, your presence, your voice, they are all instruments of exposure. And the mask? It cannot hold, not against the clarity you are about to bring. Remember, my beloved, you are not just witnessing this. You are the catalyst. You are the force that destiny has chosen to confront the illusion. You are the sentence that cannot be ignored, the mirror they cannot refuse, the truth that will no longer be hidden. The air is charged. The moment is alive. Every second that passes carries you closer to the moment when the mask falls, and when it does, nothing will be the same. And what follows? What comes next will shake not only them, but also the invisible web of karma that surrounds both of you. So breathe. Center yourself. The unveiling is about to begin. And my beloved, when that mask finally falls, you will witness the power of truth in its purest, most unstoppable form. My beloved, feel the weight of this moment settling around you. That slight tension, that quickening pulse you felt in phase one, let it grow. Because the emotional undercurrent is rising, and it's about to carry you into the depth of realization. This isn't just about someone else's mask. It's about every subtle truth that has been withheld, every hidden intention, every shadow that danced behind the smiles and polite words you once trusted. Close your eyes if you can. Imagine all the times you doubted your instincts. The moments when your heart whispered, something isn't right, but the world told you to stay quiet, to obey, to look away. Those whispers were never wrong. They were your internal compass, your inner radar, guiding you to this very instance. And now, the energy you have been carrying, the mix of awareness, courage, and patience, is swelling, preparing you to finally see what has been concealed for far too long. Think back to all the smiles that felt hollow, the promises that rang false, the words that seemed too rehearsed, too carefully measured. Each of those moments was a breadcrumb leading you here. Every uncomfortable silence, every glance that seemed to hide something, these were not coincidences. They were signals, alerts, threads in a web you were meant to untangle. And as you stand at this threshold, the truth doesn't just whisper anymore. It begins to roar softly in your chest, demanding to be recognized. Your emotions may surge now. Anger, frustration, confusion, they're all natural. Because recognizing deception, even from a distance, stirs something deep inside. And yet, do not resist these feelings. Allow them to rise, because they are not meant to consume you. They are meant to fuel you. Every beat of your heart, every tightening in your chest, is a signal that the mask is weakening. And as it weakens, the anticipation builds. The tension between the hidden and the revealed, the known and the unknown, the illusion and the truth. This emotional build is sacred, my beloved. It's not just drama, it's a preparation. Your heart is being aligned with the vibration of truth. Your awareness is sharpening, and your spirit is tuning into the resonance that will trigger the unveiling. The energy you feel is a river ready to break through its dam. Soon, the current will carry you forward, and there will be no turning back. You will witness with clarity what they tried to conceal, what they tried to protect, and what they never imagined would be exposed. So breathe deeply. Feel the surge of awareness. Let every emotion, fear, hope, anger, excitement, wash over you. It is the prelude to revelation. It is the pulse of destiny moving through your veins. And my beloved, remember, you are ready. Your soul has been prepared. Your courage has been rehearsed in quiet moments, in silent reflections, in the times you doubted yet still persisted. The mask is trembling now, not just in front of you, but in the unseen spaces of karma and consequence. The emotional weight you feel is proof. The threshold is near, and when it is crossed, the mask will fall, exposing truth in its most undeniable form. Prepare yourself, my beloved. Let the emotions rise. Let the anticipation swell. Because what comes next, the revelation, is about to change everything. My beloved, the moment of revelation is here. Can you feel it? That subtle vibration in the air, the energy that has been building through phase 1 and 2, is now intensifying. The mask they have worn for years, the facade that hid their intentions, their true emotions, and their hidden motives, is beginning to crack. And when it does, it will reveal not just who they are, but also the impact their concealment has had on everyone around them, including you. Look closely, my beloved, not with judgment, but with awareness. Every word you have spoken, every subtle observation you have made, every small act of courage and honesty, these have aligned with the universe to trigger this unveiling. The mask is no longer just a piece of false identity. It is a shield that has protected deception, and that shield is faltering because your truth resonates louder than the walls they built. As the revelation unfolds, notice how the details you may have ignored suddenly become clear. The subtle lies, the manipulations, the calculated gestures, all now visible in stark contrast to the authenticity you carry. They may try to speak, to justify, to reassemble the mask, but the energy around you, the clarity of your perception, is too strong. Every half-truth, every omission, every hidden motive is being illuminated, and there is no place for concealment anymore. And here is the deeper layer of revelation. My beloved, this exposure is not just external, it is internal as well. It is showing you the patterns you tolerated, the limits you allowed others to place on your heart, and the ways you dimmed your own light to accommodate shadows. The truth about them is also a mirror reflecting the truths within you that you have been reluctant to fully see. And as the mask falls, you are forced to confront not only their deception, but also your own strength, your resilience, and the clarity you have cultivated to arrive at this moment. Feel it now, the weight of what is revealed. It may feel unsettling, perhaps even painful, because revelation, when it pierces the heart, cannot be ignored. It strips away illusions, dismantles false narratives, and clears the space for authenticity to reign. And yet, within this intensity, there is liberation. For every deception exposed, every hidden truth illuminated, there's a release, freedom from confusion, freedom from manipulation, freedom from the invisible chains that have held both you and them in cycles. They would carry the force required to awaken the chain reaction you were born to trigger. My beloved, now your perception is expanding. You are beginning to see the invisible currents that move around you. The conversations you had yesterday, the choices you are about to make tomorrow, they're all connected by the pulse of your voice. You are the catalyst. You are the spark that ignites events that were waiting for your courage. Feel it settle in your chest. Feel the reverberation. The truth cannot be unseen. Your voice holds prophecy. And this prophecy is not abstract. It is immediate, tangible, and unstoppable. What you thought were mere words were the seeds of unseen transformation. This is the revelation. You are no longer a spectator in your life. You are a participant in the grand unfolding, the conscious agent of destiny, and the keeper of a force that, once awakened, cannot be silenced. And yet, there is more. There is a deeper truth that your heart must grapple with, a tension between fear and faith, between hesitation and trust. That is where phase 4 begins. My beloved, now comes the part that feels both heavy and sacred, the inner conflict. Because with revelation comes responsibility. With awakening comes choice. With prophecy comes the tremor of doubt that whispers, "Can I really bear this? Am I truly ready to carry the weight of what I have spoken?" You may feel torn between the familiar and the unknown, between comfort and destiny, between the life you thought you understood and the path that now demands your courage, your clarity, and your unwavering trust in the unseen. This tension is sacred, is the divine friction that allows your truth to crystallize. Every time fear rises, know this. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a signal that the voice which has begun to ripple through destiny is aligning with the deepest part of you. The part that has always known it is capable of more than it has been allowed to believe. Of pretense. My beloved, understand this. Revelation is never random. It arrives when it is needed, when the alignment of courage, timing, and awareness is precise. You are not a passive witness to this moment. You are its catalyst. Your presence, your words, your silent strength have summoned this exposure. The mask is falling because your light refuses to be dimmed, and that light cannot coexist with falsehood. Breathe deeply, my beloved, as the revelation settles around you. Witness it fully, without fear. Let it carve space in your awareness for truth, clarity, and transformation. Because what is being revealed is not just about them. It is about you stepping fully into the reality you were always meant to inhabit. The mask is gone. The truth stands exposed. And as it stands, so too does your courage, your clarity, and your power. My beloved, now that the mask has fallen, you may feel a swirl of emotions rising within you. Confusion, doubt, maybe even anger or sorrow. These are natural. For revelation is never gentle. It stirs the waters inside, forcing you to confront not just what has been hidden by others, but also what you may have unknowingly allowed to remain hidden within yourself. And that, my beloved, is the sacred tension, the inner conflict that precedes true awakening. You may ask yourself, did I miss the signs? Could I have acted sooner? Was I blind to the truth? These questions may ripple through your mind, each one tugging at your sense of certainty. But hear me closely, this is not a moment for self-reproach. It is a moment for recognition that your patience, your awareness, and your courage have brought you here, fully prepared to witness what is now being revealed. The inner conflict is not a punishment. It is a divine calibration, aligning your spirit with the higher truths that will guide your next steps. Feel the divine truth, my beloved, that flows through this moment. The universe has orchestrated every event, the betrayals, the hidden agendas, the subtle manipulations, to prepare you for this revelation. Each obstacle you faced, each disappointment you endured, has been a teacher, shaping your ability to discern to feel deeply, and to act with clarity. The mask falling is not merely someone else's unmasking. It is a reflection of your own emergence into power and alignment. This is the turning point. You are learning that the discomfort, the tension, and the inner questioning are not enemies. They are guides. They are the whispers of your soul, urging you to integrate the revelation fully, to recognize that truth, once illuminated, cannot simply be observed. It must be embodied. The divine truth here is that you were never powerless. You were never unprepared. You were never too late. The forces that tried to deceive or control you were always part of the canvas for your awakening. As you sit with this realization, notice how your heart begins to expand. That space of conflict, the tension between fear and courage, doubt and knowing, begins to transform. The heaviness softens. The confusion clears. You understand now that what has been revealed is not merely about them. It is about your own soul's readiness to claim its rightful clarity. You are meant to witness this unmasking because it mirrors the unveiling within yourself, the lifting of your own veils, the shedding of illusions that kept you constrained. Breathe, my beloved. Let the divine truth permeate your being. You are learning that revelation and inner conflict are not separate. They are intertwined threads guiding you toward wholeness. Every doubt, every pang of hesitation, every flicker of uncertainty is now a bridge to wisdom, compassion, and strength. You are stepping into a reality where your clarity is your shield, with discernment your compass, and your courage the key to liberation. The mask has fallen, and so have the illusions that kept you constrained. You are awakening, not just to the truth about others, but to the infinite power, wisdom, and divine light that reside within you. The inner conflict transforms into alignment, the tension into purpose, the awakening into action. My beloved, this is the moment you have been moving toward all along. The mask has fallen, the hidden truths have been revealed, and the inner conflict has transformed into divine clarity. Everything that felt heavy, uncertain, or hidden now finds resolution in this sacred space. Breathe deeply, because what comes next is not just revelation, it is healing. Feel it, my beloved, the liberation coursing through your spirit. The weight of deception, manipulation, and hidden agendas is lifting. Every chain that bound your perception, every veil that clouded your understanding is dissolving. The air around you is charged with freedom, and your heart, once cautious, unsure, and constrained, is expanding into the vastness of truth. Now is the time to integrate this power. You are no longer merely an observer of hidden realities. You are an active participant in the unfolding of destiny. Your clarity, your courage, your unwavering presence have changed the course of events. The mask that fell before your eyes is a symbol. The universe is revealing the alignment between your inner truth and outer reality. What was once suppressed can now breathe, thrive, and flow through your life without resistance. This is the climax, my beloved, the pinnacle of transformation. The one who tried to conceal, manipulate, or control can no longer hold power over your story. The karmic balance has shifted. Their mask has been removed, their intentions exposed, and the energy that tried to suppress light now bends to the force of your awakening. Your voice, your presence, your perception, these are the instruments of justice and healing. And as you witness this, let your heart release every residue of fear, resentment, or doubt. The truth has triumphed, and with its triumph comes profound healing. Every hidden pain, every betrayal, every time you felt silenced or unseen, these are no longer scars but stepping stones. They have prepared you to rise fully into your authentic power. The mask falling was not just their undoing, it is your liberation. Feel the peace settling in, my beloved. The storm has passed, and what remains is clarity, wisdom, and a deep, resonant strength that cannot be shaken. You understand now. The universe conspires not to punish, but to awaken. The challenges, the veils, the illusions, they were all teachers guiding you to this moment. And now, the teaching transforms into reward. Let your spirit absorb this truth. You are whole, you are capable, and you are aligned with your highest purpose. The mask that fell is not merely about them. It is a reflection of your own courage to see clearly, to speak boldly, and to embody the light that cannot be hidden. Stand in this moment, my beloved, and allow the healing to flow fully. The revelations have led you here, and the peace that follows is your birthright. Your journey continues, but now it is guided by clarity, authenticity, and the unshakable knowledge that truth, your truth, cannot be silenced. Rise, my beloved, in the fullness of this healing. The world will feel the difference in your presence. The masks around you will continue to fall, but you will remain grounded in your light. The message is complete, the cycle transformed, and your spirit strengthened. This is your victory. This is your liberation. And from this moment forward, your life is illuminated by the power of truth and the beauty of healing.